I recreated Pokemon Go without writing a single line of code.
In my version of Pokemon Go, there's a storyline. You could capture Pokemon, you could battle other Pokemon, you could evolve your Pokemon, even pet your Pokemon, explore the Pokemon world without writing a single line of code, engage with NPCs because they're all fully AI powered, and Pokegyms, Pokecenters, as well as battling the game itself, where if you lose, it prompts its own self-destruction.
When I was a kid, I loved Pokemon Go because it turned this game I played as a child into a real-life experience. The only thing was, the game felt a bit lackluster. It didn't have Pokemarts, it didn't have real-life trainer battles, and it didn't have the ability to interact with the NPCs. But to remake Pokemon Go, that would have costed millions of dollars, a huge team of developers, and a ton of technical expertise that I just don't have. Except now that's not true anymore.
With Rork Max, you now have the ability to build beautiful native apps with Swift. What Swift does is it basically unleashes the power of the iPhone by giving you access to all of Apple's internal resources such as AR, body tracking, and Apple Maps. All key components if we really want to rebuild Pokemon Go. Let's get started. Let's get into Rork Max and send in our first prompt. I'm just going to tell it, build me a Pokemon Go clone. Use Apple Maps for the location tracking. Make the Pokemon appear. Make the Pokemon appear in AR. Use the user's camera and have the Pokemon appear in front of them. Make this super gamified. Look up Pokemon sprites and put them into this project. Rork can actually search now, which is awesome. The model's very intelligent, so it could go search it up, pull up the sprites, and just input them in your app. Add a catching mechanism, throw a Pokeball, and it has good physics. Whatever other features you think for the user, add the features. Okay, whatever. The first prompt doesn't need to be perfect. It just needs to basically build out the framework, and then we'll keep iterating upon the framework, and then we'll finally have a product that we could actually use and genuinely like. Let's switch to Swift, and then let's send that in. Perfect. Now Rork's going to begin building out our whole project. And I'm just going to warn you, this is a big project. It's not going to be one-shotted. But I mean, hey, who knows? Okay, so Rork's done. Test it on our phone. I'll open up the app, and as we could see, there's like 4 Pokemon around me. And if I click on this Pokemon, oh, I can't catch it because it's like too far away. Oh, but this one I think I can. Oh, Pikachu. Oh, sick. Pokédex and Pokeball are covering the catch button, so that needs to be fixed. Let's hit catch. Okay, so we have Pikachu. Okay, for some reason, there's just two floating balls. I don't know why that is. Oh, that is kind of sick, though. It is, like, fully 3D. Oh, so the red ball's your ball that you kind of guide with a 2D ball? It doesn't really make sense. That needs to be fixed. But, okay, this is kind of sick. So we do have something that's similar to Pokemon Go, but we're going to need to really further keep iterating. Okay, first, let's make throwing feel like actually throwing and not just guiding a 3D Pokeball. Let's give the Pokemon a face and also make the sprites fill out the circles because they were a little bit too small, and add a dot where the user is and show which direction he's facing. While it was going, I also wanted to fix the Pokédex and Pokeball button, so I basically just sent in the screenshot to show Rork that the buttons were overlapping each other. Okay, I'm going to send that prompt in. That prompt is now queued, and Rork will begin working on it after it's finished with the first prompt. Okay, while these prompts are going, I also want to add better 3D models because the ones Rork made kind of aren't that great. So I went onto this website called Meshy AI. This basically allows you to go from text to 3D models, which is pretty sick. So I just told Meshy, create me a Pokemon. It created me this kind of cool looking bluish Pokemon. Then I needed to rig it up to basically add these animations. So now we have it walking. And now I basically want to take this Pokemon and put it in our game. And the way I'm going to do that is I'm going to save it. Then now I'm just going to prompt Rork, replace the water Pokemon with this 3D model. And now we'll have that 3D model inside our app, fully 3D, fully animated, etc., etc. Okay, now I'm basically just going to time-lapse me adding in more 3D models, prompting it until I really like it. And I'll come back when I feel like I really have a polished final product. Okay. I'm back. I took a little break, but I came back. Okay, I really like this app. I think it's awesome. It took a little bit longer than an hour. It took a little bit longer than 2 hours, but I finally have a product that I think I actually really like, and I think it's really cool, and I'm really excited to show you guys. And I think instead of telling you, we should go play it, and I'll do a voiceover kind of showcasing everything I did.
Who's that Pokemon? It's Rork!
Okay, so when you open up the app for the first time, it gives you like this exposition on how Rork took over this peaceful land and he's oppressing it. And you have to collect all 5 keys to unlock his domain. And then it plays this really cool video every time you open the app where it like shows like a Rork Monsters intro. And then from there, you're dropped into the map. And then it's time to catch your first Pokemon. So you allow access to your camera and then you point to the ground. And after you point at the ground, you'll see your Pokemon in 3D and it's like animated and walking. I think the ball physics are really cool. You could like miss your Pokeball throw. As you could see, the map has like everything. It has gyms, Pokestops, Pokemarts, Poke Health Centers where you could like revive your Pokemon, and then random trainers that you could actually battle with. So you can also click on your profile and set one of your Pokemon as a buddy. You could pet it, and every time you walk, it gains your Pokemon XP. And then I walked over to battle my first trainer. I selected my Pokemon, and then he basically like one-shotted me as we were fighting. So I clicked to attack, and after I attacked, he attacks first, and my Pokemon instantly died, and I lost all my money. That, I realized I had to actually catch more Pokemon and level up each one of my Pokemon to actually, you know, be able to win at this game. And I then added all the Pokemon I caught to my roster. I walked around, I fought different trainers, and then I decided to get my revenge on the Poke trainer that beat me. So we got into a fight again. I attacked, one-shotted his Pokemon, two-shotted his other Pokemon, and then I won a bunch of money. And that money you could then take to the Poke Center and then go and buy potions. And you could buy any item because it's fully AI generated. And then I went to my first gym. I fought my first gym. And after you beat a gym, not only do all the other gyms get harder, but you also get a key and 10,000 coins. And then from there, you can also battle the trainer to get a key. So I battled him, but if you battle him and lose, you get arrested, you lose all your Pokemon, and you lose all your money as well. From there, I had to go to the Poke Center to revive some Pokemon. After I beat all the gyms and collected all of the secret keys around the map, I then went to the Rork's domain to battle Rork himself. And it's cool because he also sends over a bunch of like hacks towards you if you start winning. And those hacks can basically be like memory games, word games, etc., etc. And after you beat Rork, you then win 50,000 coins. But what happens is Rork then destroys the game. So he prompts basically actual Rork to delete the game. And there's a way to prevent this, but I'm not going to spoil how to do it. So if you don't figure that out, the whole game kind of gets deleted and it's just game over and you can't play.
There's some other stuff that I didn't include in this video, so if you want to play the game out yourself, go and download it from TestFlight in the link in the description below.